Listen, man. Tap in, tap in, tap in. Listen, what TV's travel advisory for Oakland, California is still in effect? Yep, I said that and you heard it correct. What TV's travel advisory for citizens is still in effect for Oakland? Listen, we haven't heard back from E40. E40 hasn't yet tapped in and told us when to go. Okay? So, if you don't know, Oakland is under fire and they're seeing a lot of crime happen between their businesses, their citizens, and tourists specifically. I'm going to leave the link in the video for you to take a look at that. But here we have a problem. What's the problem? We got a big problem because they're saying in the city of Oakland is turning into Chicago. I mean, if you didn't know the small steps that got Chicago to where it's at, it was because the city police department had failed to respond to calls of crime and shooting. So pretty much people had known, listen, I could do whatever I want. The police department, they're not going to get here in time to do anything about it. And the same thing is happening in Oakland. I mean, the mayor herself couldn't even get online with somebody on 911. We hear that. Listen, you could go to the store, you could get yourself some juice, chips, a snack, watch TV. Seriously, you could watch a whole program almost before 911 would pick up. They said it could take up to 20 minutes. Imagine being shot, wounded, hurt, car accident. I mean, your life is being threatened. You're calling 911 and you get the busy signal. You get a busy signal. I mean, what? Things that make you go what, man? Things that make you go what? Listen, everybody be safe. We have a travel advisory for the city of Oakland. That's a What TV exclusive. Let's get into the video.
911 response times out of any city and county in California. Some people tell us they get busy signals or are stuck on hold for 20 minutes or longer.
That's during an emergency. Now, investigative reporter Candace sat down with the mayor to talk about how she plans to turn things around before the state steps in and shuts down Oakland's 911 dispatch center.
In the months we've been reporting on this life or death issue, we've been trying to get Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao to talk with our investigative unit. She has declined more than a dozen of our interview requests. Until now.
I, called 911. I couldn't get through. It's a busy signal and it just hangs you up.
When I call 911, usually you're on hold for approximately 10 minutes.
Alarming experience.
Listen, drop a comment in the comment section on what do you think if in your city, wherever you live, what would you do or what do you think if you couldn't call 911 and you called 911 and you got a busy signal? Because we need to see how the people of Oakland feel. So tell me, how would you feel if you called 911 in your city and you got the busy signal?
Experiences by Oakland residents and business owners.
And I got the busy signal.
Frustration by city leaders.
20-minute hold time, someone has a heart attack, they're gone.
6 months after our first investigation, Oakland's dangerously long 911 response times still plague the city.
Ringing, nobody answered.
Our team analyzed new state data showing in January, it took an average of 44 seconds for an Oakland dispatcher to answer a 911 call. That's 10 seconds faster than last summer. But compared to all other call centers, Oakland's response time is still the worst in the state by a significant margin.
We have to do better.
Mayor Sheng Tao agreed to a one-on-one interview after recently announcing progress on this issue she inherited. There are fewer dispatcher vacancies, she says, leading to more 911 calls being answered within the state's 15-second standard.
Moving from 37% to 50% within just, the first year in my administration, that is a huge success, but obviously it's not good enough.
Weeks after we broke the story last summer of Oakland having the worst 911 answering time of any city in the state, the California Office of Emergency Services sent Oakland this notice. It warns if Oakland doesn't comply with standards by this July, it'll lose state funding.
Oakland needs to get to 90% in just over 5 months. Is the city on track?
You know, this obviously has been a long time coming. You know, I'm equally frustrated when I tried calling 911 about a year and a half ago and received a busy signal.
Do you think Oakland's going to make the deadline, though?
You know, that's to be seen, right?
What? I don't even like her response. They just asked her, listen, you have until July to get 911 right. I mean, 911 should be a priority. We're talking about 20 minutes whole time. I mean, if I'm hurt, wounded, I might as well get in the car and just get on to the hospital. 20 minutes whole time, and they're asking her, "Do you think you're gonna get this fixed by July?" You know, our aim and goal is to. Oh my! Tell me your thoughts, man. Things that make you go what, man? Things that make you go what?
Obviously, it's not good enough.
Weeks after we broke the story last summer of Oakland having the worst 911 answering time of any city in the state, the California Office of Emergency Services sent Oakland this notice. It warns if Oakland doesn't comply with standards by this July, it'll lose state funding.
Oakland needs to get to 90% in just over 5 months. Is the city on track?
You know, this obviously has been a long time coming. You know, I'm equally frustrated when I tried calling 911 about a year and a half ago and received a busy signal.
Do you think
man, you
Oakland's
can't
going
give
to
an
make
answer?
the deadline, though?
You know,
What?
that's to be seen, right? And for me, it's about really filling in the vacancies. I'm really honored to have the team that I have, that just within a year we were able to take action, implement the things that we need to implement to ensure that we fill the vacancies, improve on the pickup time, and not just that, but ensure that we are retaining the talent that we have recruited.
Listen, Oakland, we got y'all. Listen, Chad, let's do this right now. Get the word out, share this video, and the mayor is saying that she wants to help fill vacancies so they could fulfill the call centers, so they could get the job done. So guess what, guys? Share. People of Oakland, go get those jobs. I'm asking you right now, Oakland, go fulfill those jobs. She's saying that there's vacancies, jobs are out there. So guys, please, let's fulfill those jobs because, I mean, man, you don't want it to be you. You don't want it to be your aunt, grandmother, mother, any family member that has an emergency. And when you guys go to call, busy signal, or you get put on hold for 20 minutes. So guys, let's bring some attention and get things done because social media has the power to get things done these days. So guys, please, let's do that.
The state's notice said not only is the city at risk of losing a certain amount of funding, but it's also at risk of essentially losing its 911 center because calls would then be routed to another agency. What would that mean for safety and for people in Oakland calling 911?
I think that it's incredibly important that 911 dispatch is a local issue. Obviously, there are a lot of technicalities that we have to work on, whether it's at the local level or at the state level. But, you know, we're going to continue to do that work.
What led to Oakland's dire 911 problems? Outdated technology, the mayor says she's working to finally update. And as we reported in December, Oakland failing to process about 1,000 dispatcher applications for an entire year. The result of vacancies in the city's HR department.
How did that happen, and what's being done to make sure it never happens again?
You know, coming into the city, and really the first year we lifted the hood, and there was, you know, and then we had to find solution for many of the problems that we saw, and this is definitely one of the problems.
Mayor Towns says,
Listen, Oakland, let's go fulfill those vacant jobs. Let's get it done. All right, guys, let's, on our part, let's get the word out to bring some awareness so we could push the needle on this and get it done. I think if the word gets out, more people talk about it outside of the city of Oakland and kind of put the pressure on Oakland to get their 911 done, man. Because if it happens in your city, I'm going to do the same for you, all right? So let's go and help the people of Oakland and get the word out because we got another problem. What's the problem? The problem is I gave Governor Gavin Newsom some credit. Yeah, me. I gave him credit. Ace. I gave Governor Newsom some credit. I did. Because he made some moves to while some light was being shed on the situation happening down in Oakland, people smashing, grabbing, stealing cars, breaking into businesses, robbing tourists, things of that nature. The governor had sent 120 additional officers down to Oakland and help, and he also sent additional prosecutors because he said he wanted results. Not only did he want people locked up, he wanted results. Oh my gosh. I gave him credit. And little did you know, within a few days later, they said, man, that program, yeah, it's looking a little bit too successful. We got to wrap that program up. He must have, the governor must have got the call and said, hey, Playboy, yeah, we're going to need that little situation down in Oakland to continue. So call back the troops and let the people continue to do what they do. You see for yourself. Tell me your thoughts. Come on, he already called them back. He just sent them down.
Last week by the governor has now come to an end. It lasted 5 days and deployed 120 additional CHP officers across the city, all in an effort to curb crime. KTVU's Tori Gaines joins us here in studio with more on the story. Tori.
Mike, the CHP support requested by Oakland community members felt to many like it was over as quickly as it began. Now,
no, you just sent them down there. Wait, they must want Oakland to turn into the Wild Wild West because they just sent prosecutors and additional help down there, and already they're back drinking their matas. What the?
Here's Tori Gaines joins us here in studio with more on the story. Tori.
Mike, the CHP support requested by Oakland community members felt to many like it was over as quickly as it began. Now we're learning more about the CHP's plans for the future.
Governor Gavin Newsom announced last week that he was deploying 120 additional CHP officers onto Oakland streets to help curb crime. Their main focus for the surge, auto theft.
We can best help Oakland by sticking to what we're best at: auto theft, high visibility traffic enforcement, the retail theft.
KTVU has learned that the first surge operation began February 5th and ended February 9th. The short length of the surge had many in the community surprised, as they hoped CHP might be around longer.
If it was only 1 day, it was really help that we really needed. So 5 days, we were thankful. 2 weeks, 1 month would have been even better, but
in results shared with KTVU, the governor's office says the deployed officers made
5 days,
arrests, recovered 145 stolen vehicles, and seized 4 crime-linked firearms.
Yeah, I think it's...
Look what they were able to accomplish by sending additional help in 5 days. They made 71 arrests, 145 stolen vehicles were recovered, and 4 weapons were seized just in 5 days. Why can't we make that a permanent solution, or try out a month or two? 5 days and already they're done, and we saw results. I mean, who wants the Oakland to continue to into the Wild Wild West, man? Things that make you go, what, man? Why would they want this to continue? You let me know. Drop your thoughts in the comment section.
firearms.
Yeah, I think it's successful. One, everybody was safe, for one, in the community, and our officers were kept safe. I think that's important.
CHP tells KTVU they are just getting started in Oakland.
Well, yeah, we're not done yet. Are we going to maintain that 120 moving forward? No, because we want to provide services throughout the rest of the county.
So just how much CHP support can residents and business owners expect to see in the future? For now, 72 CHP officers are currently serving the greater Oakland area. CHP says more surges will take place, and plans for those are already underway. As law enforcement responds to growing crime concerns, one Oakland business owner tells us he hopes the community will begin to feel safer.
I feel like we have to support the places that are left, like heavily. People need to, stop being scared and come out and support these places. Otherwise, it's not going to be anything left.
CHP tells KTVU its upcoming efforts aim to offer Oakland residents a safer place to call home.
Let me be clear now. We have no intention of leaving tomorrow or anytime soon. We're all in on this. We want to help Oakland Police Department. We want to help Alameda County. We want to help the communities of Oakland become safer.
Wow. Wow. I mean, Oakland, let's get it together, man. They need to fulfill these vacant spots up in the call centers because that's a big problem. We don't want where people, life and death is taken into hands just because we can't fulfill these spots that are vacant. So let's go ahead and get that done. And we're going to continue to follow this situation in Oakland because we're covering it like no one else is. Tap in, tap in, tap in. I said it already. Man, I'm tired of saying tap in. You tap in. Hit the like. Do something. Tap in, man. Tap in.